Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daigle Cleaning Systems Cleaning Tech Orientation. My name is Derek Foster, and I am the President and CEO of Daigle Cleaning Systems, and I would like to take an opportunity to welcome you all to the Daigle Cleaning Systems family. Before we begin, I'd like to ask all of you to silence your cell phones, put away any objects or items that may be a distraction to you throughout this orientation. We plan on giving you all the tools and resources that you need to be successful here, and we wouldn't want you to miss anything. To begin, I just would like to give you an overview of what we will be covering today throughout our presentation. The first thing that we're going to go over is the company history, so you guys can understand a little bit about how Daigle Cleaning Systems began, where we are currently, and where we are looking to get to in the future. The second thing that we'll go over are the mission, vision, and values here at DCS, which is really the foundation and the building blocks of the company, and it's items that we want you all to look at, to think about, and to base decisions on when you're in the field. The third thing that we'll review are the company values and the company structure, the company policies and procedures, the measurements for success, expectations, dress code, hour and time submission. We'll then go over our 90-day probationary period and how that works. We'll then go over cleaning products, vacuum use, all of those technical items that will contribute to you successfully completing tasks in the field. We'll review those, and actually we have separate videos for those that we will be showing you following the entire presentation. The final thing that we'll do is take care of any employee paperwork that you still may need to fill out, so that way we can get you set up in our payroll system. We want to have a smooth transition, so before you leave today, please make sure that all of your paperwork is completely filled out so we do not have any issues with processing your first paycheck. I also want to talk about the types of cleaning that we do here at Daigle Cleaning Systems. We have a wide range of services that we provide to our clients, in a number of different types of clients that are in a number of different types of industries. The first service that we have is our residential maid service. This consists of our team of residential cleaning technicians who are out and about cleaning and making homes a safe and clean environment for our clients to come home to. What we do in the overall scheme of things, and we'll talk about it again when we get to the mission, is that we provide all of our clients and their families a safe and happy and clean home environment for them to come home to, and we relieve them of the duty to have to do that. We save them time. At the end of the week, they can spend time with their families, just like most of you do on your free time. Second service that we offer is our commercial building cleaning and maintenance. These could be apartment hallways and buildings. These could be commercial office spaces. They could be industrial office spaces, warehouse floors, so on and so forth. In this realm of the business, typically these accounts are completed and cleaned in the evening and at night. Some of you will be working that evening shift, and others of you will be on the daytime residential cleaning shift. But again, what we do here is we allow companies to leave their clients who may come to their office with a good first impression as to the cleanliness of their office, while also providing them with a clean, healthy workplace for all of their employees to work within. The third thing that we do are apartment turnovers. Typically when a tenant moves out, we need to come in and clean the space that they were living in so the next family or individual can move into the apartment and have a safe and healthy home to walk into. Third are real estate turnovers. Over the past couple years, we've done less and less of these, simply due to not having enough room on our calendar to be able to get to them. But real estate turnovers supplement our workload throughout the spring, summer, and fall months, where we go in and clean a residence whereby either a family is moving into or a family is moving out of. So it's either pre-sale or prior to a family moving into the home. Again, we provide them with a safe, healthy home environment for them to walk into. We also perform pressure washing services, buildings, houses, you name it, we do it. VCT floor care, which those of you on the commercial and evening side of the business will see quite a bit of. They're 12 by 12 tiles, typically seen in medical offices, hospitals, schools, and they need to be maintained typically twice per year. We strip and wax, we strip and recoat the finish of those floors to leave them with a fresh appearance. Carpet cleaning, we offer residential and commercial carpet shampoo services. Terrazzo refinishing, again, you'll see this in hospitals, schools, larger buildings, office buildings, typically in the city. We can refinish and restore those terrazzo floors. Post-construction cleaning is a larger part of our business. We clean houses, buildings for construction companies prior to the owner or tenant moving into the space that was newly constructed. Window cleaning, we do offer window cleaning mainly with our post-construction cleaning and residential cleaning services, but we do clean windows inside and out, and it is a task that whether you are on our residential maid service or on our evening commercial cleaning team, you will be trained in how to properly clean a window. So to speak a little bit about the history of the company, Daigle Cleaning Systems, we were found by myself and my mother, Michelle Daigle, at the end of 2011. We began at the beginning of January 2012. I worked a full-time day job, my mother did as well, and as we added more accounts, we would hire on employees to supplement the workload. Currently, we're at 42 employees and still growing. From our vision, which you will read about in your cleaning tech handbook, and we'll talk a little bit about it here as well, but we're looking to be a company that operates across the country up to 1,000 employees. So we're and beyond 1,000 employees. So we're really looking to skyrocket this growth and skyrocket this company. And the only way we do that is by keeping around good people such as yourselves. So the mission of DCS, I'll read it quickly to you guys, and we can have a short discussion on it at the end of the orientation. And this isn't the last time you'll see this. Your supervisors, managers, we live and breathe this mission, vision, and these values. So you'll see this time and time again. And the reason why is because it's so important and it's vital to the success of the company. We need all of you to function and share the vision that we have and look to fulfill the mission that we have and make decisions based upon the company values that we've created. So the mission of DCS is to operate with the intention of relieving busy families and business owners of their duty to maintain a clean and healthy environment so that they can enjoy their free time with friends and family. So the vision of DCS, which is a snapshot of the company 10, 15, 20 years down the road, it's where we want to get to, because if we don't know where we're going, any road will take us there. So we have this vision in place to guide us and give us that path as to where we want to go. So DCS is a full-service commercial, residential, and cleaning company that operates across the country. The company currently has 1,500 employees who are all part of a team that they can have the opportunity to contribute every day. The company has invested heavily in the success and development of its employees who have demonstrated that their personal values align with the companies and that the company is a good culture fit for them. That may mean different things to each of you, but what we want it to mean, again, is to give you that vision as to where we want to be, but also allow you to recognize that we invest heavily in our people. We've had folks that have been with us for a year, 2 years. They started off in the chairs just where you are, and now they find themselves in a manager role, in a supervisor role. And as we continue to grow, so does the level of responsibility that they have the opportunity to take on. Now, a lot of companies, around here, around the country, they don't have a vision that is as grand or as big as ours, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. However, we really believe in creating opportunities for our people, and we want our people to grow, and we want our people to continue on and to accept more responsibility and play a bigger role in the company's future. The only way to do that is for us to provide you guys with the resources, training, any opportunities to be successful here at DCS, and that's what we plan on doing. So keep that in mind as we go on and you go about your day-to-day, your minutia and the hecticness of your day-to-day activities. Keep that in the back of your mind, because there is a larger goal that each of you should be working towards, and those are the types of individuals that we want here at DCS. Finally, the company values are the building blocks of DCS. These are the items that are the values that we came up with at a leadership meeting 3 months ago, and ever since then we've made these a fundamental part of everything that we do here at DCS. So again, these won't be the last time that you see them. Just to run through them, and if you have any questions on these, feel free to ask your supervisor or manager. Give me a call. I'd be happy to answer any questions on these values for you. They're efficiency, dependability, communication, quality focused, goal orientated, growth focused, retain good people, disciplined, flexible, and process oriented. So take a minute for those to sink in for you guys to read through them. They are in your cleaning tech cookbooks, which we will get to a little bit later in the presentation, but these are the fundamental building blocks of the company. These are what we want to guide your decisions on a daily basis, and we uphold and expect everybody from our cleaning technicians to the executives within the organization. I hold myself accountable to make my decisions based upon these values. The reason being is because if we all share these values and all of our employees' values and personal values align with these, we're going to be able to fulfill that vision. There's no doubt about it. But we do need to follow them and make them the central focus of what we do on a daily basis. Now, in your cleaning tech cookbooks, you also have, and you'll notice, a chart and a layout, which we call our corporate structure. And the reason why we put that in there for all of our cleaning techs is to show you the path that you can go on to grow with DCS. We do have a chain of command, as with any other company that's out there. And the reason for this is to control the flow of information throughout the company. Our cleaning techs need to communicate back and forth with their supervisors on a regular basis. Supervisors need to communicate with both their cleaning techs and their manager on a daily basis. Often, communication is something we'll also emphasize a little bit later in the presentation. And our managers need to communicate often with our COO and the executive team often and on a regular basis. What I mean by often is I'd rather have a cleaning tech, a supervisor, a manager, and our executive team over communicate. We as an executive team have a daily conference call. Our managers have a daily conference call every morning at 7:30. And the reason that we do that is so that we can all be on the same page. And, we want you all to communicate with your supervisor, not necessarily outside of your shift, but during your shift, and provide them with any updates that are going on at your job site. Any problems that could have arose, things that are going well at the account, things that you may need help with at the account, or items that you are unsure about or unclear about. Those are all things that we need you to be communicating to your supervisor. But back to the corporate structure, this is in place to control that flow of communication so every individual within the company can operate where they need to within the company and perform the duties, tasks, and responsibilities that they have on their plate. The company policies and procedures, I do want to go over a few key points. However, you've all been sent a welcome email, or you should have been sent a welcome email from myself welcoming you to the company. And with that welcome email, I've attached a copy of our employee handbook. If you're not able to access that or cannot download that handbook, please see a member of our HR team. Feel free to reach out. We'll make sure you get a copy, and we'll make sure that you understand and are clear about everything that is in that handbook. This contains all the rules, regulations, and the specifics that we expect you to abide by during your time here at DCS. There's nothing out of the ordinary. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. Reach out to your supervisor. If they're not sure of the answer, they'll reach out to your manager, and so on and so forth, until we get you the proper answer. You've also been given your employee cookbook, which we refer to it as a cookbook because it's your recipe for success here at DCS. We expect each and every one of you to read through it, understand it. It's very simple, easy to read. A lot of our processes are all spelled out for you. And if you do have any questions, whether you're in the field or you're not sure how to handle a situation, take a look at your cookbook because you can most likely find the answer there. Again, this is a very important tool, so we do expect you to bring it to and from work each and every day. Now, if you're on the commercial side of the company and cleaning an office building, feel free to leave it in the closet at the account that you're working at. That way, each day it's accessible to you in case you need it. As far as our residential team and folks that are working during the day, we do expect you to bring it to and from work every day. We don't expect you to bring it inside every house that you clean. We don't expect you to bring it inside every construction clean that we're on. However, keep it handy and accessible, whether that's in the car, whether that's somewhere in the office. As long as you know where it is and you're able to access it, that's the most important piece. Now, to touch on it, if you are unable to produce your cookbook, and we do this from time to time, and it's no different from our executive team, our managers, our supervisors, but we expect everybody to have their cookbook with them. So occasionally we will ask you to produce it. And if you're unable to, we'll provide you with a verbal warning, the first offense. The second time, we will assume that it's lost, and we will charge you a $50 fee to cover the cost of that cookbook. Now I want to touch on our measurements for success and failure here at DCS. We provide you within your hire template, which is also in your cookbook, so please review that as well. We provide everyone with goals, expectations, measurements, directives, consequences, as well as a disciplinary process to facilitate the success of everybody here at DCS. The reason that we have rules, regulations, it's not to come down on anybody, it's not to embarrass anybody, but it's to hold everybody accountable for their actions and to make sure that everybody's performing at the same level and expectation level that is expected of them. So again, we want each of you to come up with 90-day goals, 6-month goals, year-long goals as to where you want to be within DCS by that time point. Again, if you know where you're going, you can aim for that and you can strive for that, and it really does work. You'll find yourself pushing yourself to reach that goal. As far as our expectations and measurements, the expectations that we set are pretty straightforward. Again, if you're not sure of those expectations, refer to your cleaning tech cookbook. Directives will be given to you on a daily basis. They may be given to you on a weekly basis. Doesn't matter. We expect all of our cleaning technicians to follow any directives given to them, just like our supervisors are to follow our manager's directives and up the chain of command. So if you're asked to do something, do not question it. Please follow directions, listen, and do things to the best of your ability, and you will be successful here. As far as measurements go, how we follow your progress, how we follow how well you're performing, is by a system of measurements. And how we do that is through your 90-day evaluation once your probationary period is up. And we also do this by a year-end evaluation. You'll have a one-on-one meeting with an HR rep. You will be brought through your progress throughout the time that you've been at DCS, and your skill set will be assessed accordingly, and you'll be given some honest feedback as to how well you're doing, areas you can improve on. And again, constructive criticism is very important here. We all have to take it. It's how you use and react and utilize that constructive criticism which will determine your success. When you're corrected on something, don't take it personally. We all make mistakes. They're going to happen. However, we want you to learn from those mistakes, and as long as those mistakes are made within the values that the company has set, and you learn from those mistakes, you're going to be much more successful in the long run because of that. So again, the measurement system is very simple. We don't complicate it, but we will be able to give you some honest feedback and to put an honest number and score as to how you're performing within the company. The disciplinary process, again, I touched on it a little bit. It's not complicated. We do have a thorough explanation of this process within your cleaning tech cookbook. But the disciplinary process, again, is to allow the company to operate smoothly on a day-to-day basis. The first issue or violation of a rule, regulation, or process, if it's a mistake outside our company values, the first course of action is to provide you with a verbal warning, which we will have you sign a sheet of paper to acknowledge your receipt of that verbal warning. Second offense, you'll receive a written warning, which again you'll be required to sign before you're allowed to continue to work. The third time that you are corrected for an issue, we will make a determination upon where we go from here. Whether it was the same offense, whether it was a different offense, depending on the situation, we will either assess that you may be in need of a couple days off, or maybe you're not a good culture fit, or your values don't align with the company's, and we may have to let you go. Again, we don't like doing that, but again, in order for us to fulfill our vision, we need to protect the best interest of the company. A simple set of expectations that we have, I'll run through these very quickly. Be on time, follow our processes and directions, work smart and hard, meet your goals each day, no call-ins, no show equals cause for immediate dismissal. If you know you're going to miss your shift, we expect a 24-hour notice. If that's not possible, we need a doctor's note, we need a written, something in writing stating that the reason why you weren't at work was due to an emergency. immediate notification of damage to any customer's property, which our safety program should prevent any of that, but in the rare case that this does happen. Contact your supervisor immediately with questions during your training sessions. Take inventory of supplies of your commercial accounts on the day that's designated by your supervisor. We will give you and provide you a number for you to text if you do need any supplies at your account. So that way we'll be able to see exactly what you need when you send it, and we can take steps to make sure that you get what you need at your account. And take care of equipment and supplies. Believe it or not, our supplies and equipment are one of the biggest expenses here at DCS, and we expect all of our cleaning technicians to make sure vacuum bags are changed, to clean vacuums from time to time, to make sure that we're taking care of and maintaining all of our equipment and supplies. This plays a role into fulfilling that vision. The better we are at these little items, not breaking spray bottles, not losing supplies, controlling paper product usage, all of these things will contribute to the overall success and, again, the fulfillment of our vision. Your 90-day probationary period has begun, or is beginning. If not, it may have already if you've already worked a day or two. Your first 90 days, you're on a trial period, a probationary period, we like to call it. It's important that you read your employee cookbook so you have a clear understanding of all the processes and expectations here at DCS. And we expect you to follow these rules and regulations all the time, especially during your probationary period. When your first 90 days are complete, you'll have a one-on-one evaluation with an HR rep, and we'll provide you feedback as to how you are doing and what areas you can improve on. We'll make a determination as to whether your values align with the company's, whether you're a good culture fit. And again, there's nothing wrong if you're not a good culture fit for the company and what we've developed our culture as. If you feel that you're not a good fit, please just let us know. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, while you're here, we do expect you, to follow all the rules and regulations and to live by the values and work to fulfill the vision and mission that we've created. The dress code here at DCS is very simple. Clean pants, no torn jeans, wear a belt, wear a Daigle t-shirt if one is not available due to a laundry situation, whatever the case may be. Please wear a clean white or black t-shirt. Pants are to be worn above the waist, again going back to the belt. You'll be giving the DCS loaner belt to wear if we do have an issue with this. And we can show you what that is at the end of the interview, or at the end of the orientation. And please remember that you're representing DCS anytime you report to a commercial or residential account. Your appearance and conduct are extremely important. Our clients evaluate us constantly. We evaluate you constantly. So there's eyes all over the place. So please make sure that you're following the dress code so that we don't run into any issues with that. I'm sure you're all wondering, how do I get paid? And we're going to talk about that now. You're paid every week on Friday. Your hours need to be submitted to the appropriate party each day following your shift. And notice I said after your shift, not at the end of the week. And the reason for that is because each day we need to document and put your time into the system. If you end up sending your hours in at the end of the week, there could be a chance that something may get missed. So we do ask that you please submit your time at the end of each shift. And to do this, we want you to develop good habits right from the start. It takes 21 days to form a good habit. So we ask that beginning immediately that you send your hours at the beginning of the shift. And again, I want to reiterate to make sure that all of your employee paperwork has been filled out and submitted, so that way we have no problem getting you set up on payroll. I shouldn't really have to discuss this, but I will anyway. I just want to put it out there and address it with everybody, and we do this, at our supervisor orientations. This is a huge part of, and again, to go back to our company values, with integrity, we want to make sure that you're submitting the correct time for yourself. Don't allow somebody else to submit time for you. It may be incorrect and it will be traced back to you. Time theft can be a huge issue. It is a crime, and we should never have to deal with it. We don't expect to, but again, I want to address it and make sure it's very clear with everyone. You need to submit the correct time that you work, from the time you clock in to the time you clock out, minus a lunch break if you're taking it. We do have very close relationships with our clients. A lot of our accounts do have cameras in them, so we do have the ability to go in, pull camera times if we need to. Again, you should never have to, but that resource is there if we suspect anybody is stealing time. I want to touch a little bit on safety with chemicals and equipment. Again, during your on-the-job training, you will be shown how to properly use each chemical, each piece of equipment, and we actually have a series of training videos that you'll all be watching as well to bring you up to speed with the proper procedures on all of those. But just to touch on this, it's in your cleaning tech cookbook. But you do have SDS and MSDS sheets in all supply closets at all locations. We have them at the office. If there's not one, please let us know and we'll get one there. Proper PPE, personal protective equipment, is to be worn at all times. When you're emptying trash, you need to be wearing gloves. When you're cleaning a bathroom, you need to be wearing gloves. Certain situations on a construction site, you need to be wearing a hard hat and safety glasses. This is following all of OSHA's rules and regulations, and it's pertinent that we make sure we're following all of those as well. Please review the safety processes that are in your cleaning tech cookbook, and again, your supervisor, trainer will review these with you. Going back to your employee paperwork, we do need a few pieces of information from you if we don't have it already. We need your email, your phone number, your emergency contacts, and make sure all of your employee paperwork is completed. I can't stress it enough. You are responsible for keeping all of your employee information up to date. The reason for this is we've had a situation in the past where an employee has left the company, had moved to a different address, and their paycheck had been mailed to the address that we had on file for them. That individual had moved from that address and never told us. So they were looking to us to issue a new check, and we can't do that. The check is somewhere, it went somewhere, and it will be bounced back, and we could send it to the proper address. But you need to make sure that we avoid any situations like that in the future. So please, go to HR, make sure all your information is up to date. Other than that, we sincerely wish you the best of luck here at DCS, and we look forward to seeing you grow within the DCS family and reaching and achieving your goals. Thank you.